What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon video, and today we are going to be checking out the promo video, basically a trailer that is shown at the end of the demo, and you can play after you've completed the main part of the demo and you can watch it over and over. So we're going to be taking a look through at the stuff that's sort of hinted at and shown for the first time in there. So the first video in a couple of videos, that isn't leaked. There will be no mention of the leaks or the content of the leaks in this video, so feel free to watch if you don't want to, even if you don't want to hit the leaks. So first up, we have a couple of images from around the Alola region we're going to sort of look at and place. The first of these is, as you can see, the player riding on a Tauros along a path along, towards like a tunnel almost, of whatever that might be. So where is this? Well, it's obvious it's actually on the volcano island. You can see a sort of an area of rock there spouting out some steam. So volcano island. Did I say rock island? I meant volcano. Volcano island. So that's the second island we visit, i.e. Akala. And we can actually tell this is Route 7 we're about to either be on or enter or whatever, because if we look at the image closer, you can see the 7 on it, which means there's probably about 3 routes on Melee Island, and then 4, maybe a bit more, 4 or 5 on Akala Island. So this would mean that either we don't have many routes, the routes are more expansive maybe than previously, or we have some sort of uniquely named routes. So we know we have in the demo there's a route called the Trail. I don't know what's exactly called. It's some sort of trail, so maybe we get some unique route names like that, which would obviously mean that the route numbers themselves would be more spread out, because we'd have Route 1 and then you'd have like the Mahalo Trail, and then Route 2 and then have like the Akala Trail. Who knows exactly. So that's one possibility there. But of course this area is on the Akala Island, leading up to, if I can bring up the map, basically you can see here it's around this light sort of grey area. You can see the archway that is basically what the archway is on this image. Who knows exactly what it is. It looks to be blocked off currently, so maybe it's a later game thing. And it also seems to be something towards the end of the tunnel. Maybe it's just an archway that leads you through to the back section of the island, which is possible, I suppose, because it is blue, so blue sky makes a lot of sense. Or it could be a doorway of sorts, who knows exactly. And obviously there's a slight bit of grey, which is the path leading off to the left, which maybe takes you up further into the mountain, who knows exactly. But that is the first set of screenshots there, or first screenshot. Next up we have a couple. The first is from this farm area, which of course is on Akala Island again, so here's what it looks like on the map. You've obviously got a farmhouse. It's very Wild Westy themed, it looks like, so that's pretty cool. You can see a couple, basically just Wild West themed houses with a Pokemon Center at the back. So it looks like the path comes into the town from the south here, so it looks like maybe the exit from the forest will be here, so maybe there'll be an extra way to get through, more than one way to get up these routes to the left of the volcano possibly. Then we have this sort of image, which is taken from the end of a short scene where some clouds cover the sky above this building, and these clouds are very similar to the clouds that appeared when Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 descended from the sky in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 trailer. So my guess would be this is a cutscene of another Ultra Beast arriving. And where is this house, or where is this building? Well, it's actually on the largest island, and it seems to be the building in the walled city, and this is the same walled city as the one that Team Skull seemed to take over at some point during the game. So my guess for this actually would be that the Ultra Beast that comes down will be something related to that. Who knows exactly? I can't mention it because of leaks. Anyway, so that is that there. You guys will know what I'm talking about if you know the leaks. So that's there. That's pretty cool. That's leading on to giving you more hints about other Ultra Beast times and when they'll appear, I suppose. But moving on again, we then have this, which is sort of the start of 3 images which cover new characters, it would seem, that have been hinted at in the trailer. The first one here you can see is this young girl who has got purple hat and stuff. Purple and cream basically is her outfit, and she's also with a Mudsdale, as you can see there. So who knows exactly what this is. Could be another trial captain, or it could be someone else. And she's actually spotted in a future, sort of, or previous actually, because it's right at the start of the trailer, sort of very quick shot. You can see here this canyon section, you can see 2 people stood down there by the tree. Yes, it's a girl, very similar, purple hat, cream coloured, long black hair I suppose it is, and a Mudsdale with her. So this is either a trial captain who appears several times, because if we look at the first image you can see the lamps, almost the Chinese lamps to the left hand side of the image, which would suggest that she's actually in this town here on the largest island, whereas the canyon areas would suggest that she here is on the Canyon Island, which is a different island. There's of course the canyon areas are also present on the largest island, which we don't really think they are because the ground is sort of differently coloured, I suppose you could say. So either she's a trial captain who moves about with you, some sort of rival or reappearing character, or it's a trainer class that uses the Mudsdale basically, and it's just a fancy sort of thing there. But it wouldn't really explain why there's obviously a short cutscene with her in this city or in this town. So I guess we'll have to say exactly what it is. My bet would be probably like a trial captain or something. Who knows exactly? Because of course it's a bit of a weird thing. But I guess we'll find out eventually. My money would be on trial captain. She's got a pouch as well, so maybe something to do with that. Moving on though, we have another possible trial captain as well. As you can see, we have this young lady who is obviously ghost related because purple, dark purple, ghost related obviously. But she's actually in a very weird place. As she spins around, you can see sort of like a purpley floor coloured thing, purple glass floor, and there's a few bone-like structures around, with behind her as well being some ghostly sort of appearances and stuff. And right at the start, before it actually circles around her, you can see on the ground you have this line coming across, and obviously a circle drawn there, which is very similar to the centres of gym battle areas, Elite Four battle areas. So it's possible, if she's a trial captain, that her trial literally is a battle, hence why there is a battleground sitting right there, because we haven't really seen that for the trial captains too much. They haven't really had the battle area. I guess Kiawe has possibly, but we don't know about any of the others yet. I guess Ilima has the trainer school as well, but this is the first one where we actually see them in there, almost looking like ready for battle sort of thing. And the other thing I want to point out is on the walls of this area, which seems to be rocky walls, you can see there are two jewels there, again purple related to the ghost thing, but the fact that there are jewels indicates it's inside a cavern or a cave, which of course indicates where it is. Obviously, probably not on Melee, probably not on Akala either, so either on the largest island, so maybe on the right hand side in that rocky area there, or on the Canyon Island, maybe in one of the caves there we have those geyser fields basically, so she might be deep down in there, who knows exactly, just a few things to think about there. And then finally we have this other new character, as you can see here, who I don't think is a trial captain. I think he's going to be the Kahuna for the Canyon Island. The reason for this being is the trial captains we've seen so far, Kiawe, Mallow, Elima, Sophocles, Lana, as well as possibly the two we've seen in this video already, are fairly young people, basically. Okay, they're not quite children, maybe young adults, teenagers sort of thing. And remember, in the Sun and Moon anime, those trial captains are actually going to be at school with Ash. At least the starting ones are Kiawe, Sophocles, Mallow and Lana. They're supposed to be at school with Ash, so obviously it makes sense for them to be all younger if those other trial captains are supposed to turn up at some point in the anime. Whereas the Kahunas have been older. Of course, we have Hala, who is obviously fairly old. Olivia, she's not quite as old, but she is older than the other trial captains, definitely. She's just sort of still young at heart, so she's probably about in her 20s, maybe late 20s sort of thing. So it would make sense for trial captains to be younger people, and then the Kahunas to be older, more veteran adults. And this guy definitely fits the adult for the Kahuna bill. He's not really a trial captain, he's not really young as he's got a beard and goatee and such. So I would say he's probably the Kahuna of this island here. We don't know quite yet though, because there isn't anything to indicate that, of course. But he has some different colours. He doesn't have any colours relating to his island, however, which is the only issue. Because Hala has the yellow jacket for Melee, Olivia has the pink sort of colours on her outfit for Alcala, and this guy should have purple for this Canyon Island, but of course he does not, so maybe he's just another trial captain, maybe they're not young necessarily, or maybe he's another character in the games. In terms of where he is, he's actually stood on top of the Waylord house on the floating island on the Canyon Island, because of course, on the floating town on the Canyon Island, because of course that's where it's from. And again, the cutscene zooms in on him stood up there, so possibly it's a scene when you initially arrive to this town, he introduces you to the town. Maybe he's not necessarily, a trial captain or a Kahuna, but he's the mayor of the town. And he introduces you here, and he maybe carries you on the storyline sort of thing. But since he has a Pelipper, my money would be on an important character, so either a trial captain or a Kahuna. So that's the last image there, so be sure to let me know down below what you think these three new characters are. Do you think the first two girls are going to be extra trial captains, focusing possibly on ground, because of course Mudsdale is the first girl's Pokemon, so that would make a lot of sense there, and Ghost, because of course no one's going to deny that the second girl is focused on the Ghost type. She's got purple dress on, it's stitched, it's very ghost-like, it's purple cavern with purple jewels and such. Obviously a Ghost type reference there, or relation there. And then of course we have this other gentleman on this final island. Do you think he's going to be a trial captain or a Kahuna? If he is, possibly he is a flying type user, who knows exactly, because of course he has a Pelipper here, you can see, can be water type because we already had that used, so he could be the flying type user maybe, or he could just be the mayor of the town, and hence why he's got a Pelipper, because the whole town is based on water type Pokemon, minus the Steelix tank boat thing, because that's just weird. Anyway, let me know what you think about those three down below, if they're trial captains, Kahunas, or just other rated characters, and let me know what you think about the other screenshots and areas we saw earlier, if you have any ideas on what they might turn out to be, or stuff like that. So, I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.